Welcome to the Miller Report. Today's guest is a 30-year-old veteran of the New York City Police Department. And breaking news, I just found out this morning that yesterday was his last day in his job. And here he is at the Miller Report. Over the course of his career, he has risen through the ranks and now was serving, I have to change this interview, as the chief of the New York Police Department. I want to welcome John Chell to the Miller Report. Thank you, John. Thank you. So this is breaking news.
It's a pleasure to be. It was breaking news. I retired yesterday. Well, it was really breaking news because in this world, in the city, you can't hold on to it. It leaked all over the place. It was all over the media. I went radio silent for a couple of days as I just filtered through the process.
You look so young. What are you going to do with yourself? Go back to school?
I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna get into some media. I'm gonna be a voice. I'm gonna open a company. I'm going to take care of my wife, give her a lot of that money so she can Amazon Prime it all over the place. And I'm having some fun, man. This is going to be good.
So you were there for 30 years.
32 years. A little shy of 32 years. What a ride it was, working in the city and trying to keep the city safe. And just got a little tired. You know, not much left in the tank. So, you know, I posted the videos last night, and about 4 minutes saying goodbye, and one of the things I said was, you know, in this job, it's 100%, it's all the time, every time. And the minute you don't have anything left, you gotta move on because
you gotta know.
The city needs your total commitment, and the cops need your total commitment. And if I'm coming to work and I'm not giving it an effort the way I used to for all those times, it's time to step aside, and that's what I did.
We're going to get into the state of New York and all of that, but just tell us the difference between the commissioner and the chief.
Well, the commissioner, she's the boss. Commissioner Tischer's the boss. I'm the chief of the department. I'm the highest ranking uniform. Wow. I run the day-to-day operations out in the street.
Oh, big job.
And I report to her, and we report to the mayor. It is a big job, and you got to know what the hell you're doing. Because this city, we don't go to bed at 2 o'clock in New York City, right? We go around the clock.
Well, thank you for helping us. I do see the city being safer. I see more cops out. It just feels better. Am I imagining? Is there a way to measure that?
No, you just did. If you, like, I can throw stats at you, and you're like, oh, that's great. You know, crime is down and all that good stuff. But if you feel good, it's hard to affect 8.4 million people's feelings. So if you feel good, then that's my takeaway. Yes. And the cops work hard out there. And if you remember in 2022, when we were coming out of COVID, this city was on the brink. We had COVID, bail reform, ideologies, defund the police, the cops are the bad guys are the good guys. Give them all a cookie, it wasn't their fault that they're doing robberies. We were on the brink. And we turned this thing around. And it was hard.
How?
Well, strategies. Mayor Adams was really how it turned around. He gave me the green light to be legally aggressive on what I was doing out there. He gave me the green light to support these cops, and we kind of brought back our mentality. Let's go work. Let's work hard. We're going to make mistakes. Mistakes are hard. Won't get you in trouble. Other mistakes will hold you accountable, but we're playing offense, and that's what we did.
I think that it's very hard to tell with all AI and all this social media that what's real, what's not real, what's a statistic. I think that part of your job has to be defending the social media that's out there. Is that part of what you do, and how do you handle it?
I did defend the social media, and I started clapping back on people who were writing false narratives about the police department. You know, the liberals of the world that hate the police, and I clapped back on them pretty good, and all of a sudden, when I started clapping back, because they never heard that before. How does a police chief, like, we could say everything to you, we could trash you, but the moment I clap back, like, oh, how dare you? No, how dare you? And we're not going to be a punching bag anymore. The punching bag now.
Would love this guy.
The punching bag has arms now, so I'm going to hit you back too. And the mayor allowed us to do this. As we're working hard, you're not going to trash us. We're going to be respectful, but we're going to hit you back also on the social media. But we really, and the cops, I talk about it. The cops were about it. Those cops out in the street 24/7, they did it.
Love those cops. Love those cops.
The greatest.
Tell me what it was like working for de Blasio versus Adams.
Well, de Blasio, I was a one-star chief, so I really wasn't intimate in that world in terms of politics. I was a one-star chief. You know, de Blasio's first term, he gave us what we wanted. He really did, but he hired Bill Bratton. He had to. So
that was not a good situation.
Right. So Bill Bratton came in, and we're like, okay, he hired one of the best commissioners ever to be a commissioner. So that was good. His second 4 years with George Floyd, 2020, it kind of went off the rails. And, remember the scene where a cop got a bottle of water poured over his head and didn't know anything about it?
Yeah, I did.
Corner?
Yes.
That's where we were. And that's where we left. Now when that's not happening again. It didn't happen on our tenure. And I say our tenure, Eric Adams, Commissioner Tisch, myself, my cops, it didn't happen. And I do not want this city to go back there.
Well, I want to thank Eric Adams for keeping us safe. I hope he's listening to the show and for all of your service. But what about the other candidates? Did you work with anybody else that are running right now?
No, I really don't know him too well at all. Just Eric. And the city's going to miss Eric Adams. Trust me on that. They're going to miss him. And I'm going to miss him because we did it. We did it.
Are the police academy endorsing any mayors right now?
So the unions, all the unions except for the big one, the PBA has not endorsed yet.
Guess? What's your guess?
I don't know what they're going to do, but I just said on the show before, you want the cops to be endearing to you, make them the highest paid cops in this nation like they deserve.
100%
Don't
agree.
make them wait 5 years for their paycheck.
And housing.
Give them a signing bonus. These cops here are the best. Treat them accordingly. And they'll run through a wall for you. They don't care who the candidate is. They'll do their job.
So you don't know who they're going to endorse yet?
No, I don't. They might not endorse at all. I'm not sure what they're going to do. There's only, 3 weeks left, so they're going to have to do something. But, they don't have to do anything if they don't want. But I'm not sure what they're going to endorse.
And you're watching the whole mayoral election and all of that?
I watch politics. Now that I'm free and clear to speak, I watch politics all the time, every time. I'm fully aware of what's going on.
And how do you think the city will weather if Mamdani gets in?
Well, look, his past rhetoric is on the record how he feels about the NYPD, and it's not good. And cops we're very fickle people. That locker room, if it goes sideways on you, you're going to have cops that are going to be reactive versus proactive, and that's not good for the city. So for Mamdani, he should just apologize. Just come out, apologize to NYPD.
Has he done that?
I don't think he has. And just apologize. Listen, everyone, if you say things wrong, you apologize, move on. Pay them accordingly, treat them well, and they'll get it done for you. But to do otherwise, the city will go backwards. Trust me on that.
Do you think that police officers are going to not even wait for their pension and really retire? Like I'm reading like 40% of the police officers are going to leave if he gets in.
Well, there's roughly 4,000 cops that retire in January. Wow. Will they all leave? I don't know. People have different situations, but it won't help matters if they don't feel supported. And you're going to let the Civilian Complaint Review Board adjudicate their punishment. That's a big one. He said he wants the Civilian Complaint Review Board to be the final arbiter on...
Explain to my audience who doesn't understand what that is.
When people make complaints about cops, it goes to a Civilian Complaint Review Board.
Okay.
And you have these 19-year-old kids who lived in mommy's basement start adjudicating punishment for cops. But they offer punishment. The police commissioner is the final say. He wants to make the Civilian Complaint Review Board have the final say. Cops will leave in droves. They will not jeopardize their pension. And the cops that are here that can retire, they are not going to be proactive. Why would they put themselves out in the line? They get a frivolous complaint to have some 19-year-old who lives in mommy's basement give them punishment, and it could affect their career. Not happening.
So if they get a B on their complaint, then they could, what happens? They don't get their bonus? Like what's the damages for them?
They lose 10, 20, 30, 40 days. They fired.
So it's like getting a traffic violation.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't think the public understands that.
No, because it doesn't get explained properly. And then if you lose the mentality of the police officer in New York City come January, you will lose...
The morale is what you're saying.
The morale, the locker room. We're going to go backwards. If it goes backwards, it affects everything. Without public safety, you don't have a city. You don't.
Absolutely.
So whoever wins the election better take care of those cops.
I 100% agree. What about the budget? So if Mamdani does win, and he's talking about free buses and free childcare and all of that, the money's going. Do you think it's going to come from the budget of the police department?
Well, a lot of the things I'm told he wants to do really is a state issue. and I don't think the government is going to raise taxes. And the free buses didn't work anywhere. There is nothing free in this world.
Well, you know that you and I are working.
You have to pay for things. So the rhetoric, is it going to match the actual what he does or anybody does? I don't think so. They're trying to get elected. They're going to say whatever they got to say. But when the rubber meets the road.
But there is a budget, and I believe the police. You said they report to the mayor.
We need more money. We need better police cars. We need better facilities. We need a better paycheck.
You need housing.
Housing is a crisis, and it's probably the number one issue on this ballot. But for the police department, you can't cut their budget. It'll be a disaster, and you got to hire cops. So the candidates, they also we're going to hire 5,000 cops. No, you got to hire 10,000 because you're going to lose 5,000. There's no net gain there.
I think I heard Cuomo said he wants to hire 5,000, a cop on the block and a cop on the train every day.
You need probably 10,000 cops.
10,000?
Yes, because you're losing 350 cops a month. The net gain won't be there.
Explain why we're losing 350 cops a month.
We have large classes from 20 years that could retire. A lot of people can retire, and they're choosing to retire now for whatever reason. Everyone's reason is different. So this year alone, I think we hired maybe, I'm going to say roughly 3,500 cops, the most we've done in 40 years. But we also lost about the net gain. We probably only gained about 500.
Wow.
So if 4,000 cops are eligible to retire in January, and you want to hire 5,000, we'll do the math. You got to hire double the amount. And the only way you're going to do that is pay them accordingly, and you'll get better candidates. You'll get thousands of people who want the job. Give them a signing bonus. Give them their paycheck.
What kind of sign-in bonus?
Give them maybe 10,000. I'm just going to throw a number out there. Say, just give them 10,000. 10,000 a sign. Here's your paycheck. You don't got to wait 5 years either. You can make top pay in 3 years. Change the college credits. Fix CCRB. Right? Then you'll get a much bigger pool of great men and women from the city who want to join. And then you can rebuild the whole department in the fashion that you want.
I hope everybody's listening.
That's how you win.
I hope our candidates are listening to this. What does an average police officer make?
Oh, wow, I should notice. It's over 6 figures. You hit top pay around your 5th year. When you factor in overtime, if you work nights, you get different pay. So it's probably around $150,000 a year.
So what's the sign-on when they start?
There is no sign-on bonus.
So they start at $150,000.
No. They come on. They probably make about $50,000-$60,000. And then you got to wait 5 years to get to that top.
So that's the max you can make is $150,000.
And this city's very, very expensive.
Yes.
So the cops, their quality of life, housing for the cops. Where they
absolutely. We're working with the developers here right now to offer that program.
So there's so many things that you have to do to make this city better. And public safety is prerequisite. If you don't have public safety, I don't care what you think you have, you don't have anything.
Right. We don't want my daughter, who's a neuropsychologist, to answer a 911 call, which is what some of the candidates are asking.
Yeah. You want to send. First of all, we already send clinicians into the subway, but they go with police officers because what clinician is going to stop someone with a knife? That's never going to happen. You're not sending clinicians to people in mental stress in their house. I mean, it sounds great on paper.
It's not happening.
And trust me, the police officers don't complain about going to 911 calls with mentally ill people. 99% of them, factually, we handle with no issues.
How did all these mentally ill people end up back on the subways and on the streets?
Well, a couple of things. I think that where are the beds? I think a lot of facilities close down. And giving someone a pill and saying, I hope you feel better is not a system. You heard Mayor Adams talk a lot about codifying in law everyone's responsibility. What's the police department's responsibility? What are the clinicians' responsibility? What's the state's responsibility? What's the city's? We don't have this codified. So again, taking someone out of the subway system, take a pill. All right, see you later. You go. That's not a system.
So what is the system?
Well, we got to get people help. There's people in mental stress. Get them in a facility. Get them the help they need. Don't put that the subway system is not a facility for the mentally ill. It's not.
Right.
And I believe one candidate wants to take old stores that were in the subway system and make them health facilities. Think about that for a moment. Really. Let me know how it works out for you.
You're absolutely right, Chief, because even the corporations and the vibrancy of the city, it all affects on safety. So if people do not feel safe here, well, there'll be no value. There won't be businesses. It's all about the police. I completely agree with you. As a citizen, who are you supporting for mayor?
Ah, wow. I have to give it some thought. I mean,
Off the top of your head.
either Curtis or Governor Cuomo. I have to pick one. And now I'm a civilian. I'm going to look at the issues as everyone does, and I'm going to pick who I think is best for my family, my house, my borough, and my city. And when I do that, I'll pull the lever. But my choice is with those two. I can't endorse someone who doesn't really endorse the police department. The rhetoric doesn't work for me. So, no offense to the candidates, but I'm a civilian now, and I have my say, and I'm going to vote who I think is best for the city.
Getting back to this entire defund the police are bad guys, George Floyd, all of that hateful stuff on the college campuses, all of that. Where is this all coming from, and what's your take on that?
Well, it all started after George Floyd in 2020. The police became the bad guys, and the bad guy became the good guy. And then you have bail reform and raise the age kids and no more.
How? Why? What's stemming it from it?
It came from ideologies. It came from the political viewpoints of people, what they thought was right. Look at all the politicians that said defund the police years ago. Now you get confronted now, like, I didn't say that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You were against the police department.
Do you think it was foreign influence?
Foreign, no. Probably the billionaires within the United States who pull the strings for Democratic Party. That's what I think. That's what I think, and all the talking points. But now they all deny it. I didn't say that. I didn't say defund the police. Yes, you did.
Because that really will lose or win an election.
Right. Until you need the police, then you call 911. Yes. Remember in Minnesota, there was a councilwoman that just hated the police, wanted to shut them down completely,
yes.
And then she got carjacked,
yes.
And she's calling 911
yes.
for help. Wasn't that apropos? Okay, this isn't politics. This is real life.
It happened with one of our candidates as well.
Yeah, this is
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is real life. Mm-hmm. You bashers, but what you need is hit 911. You want to hear those sirens coming. You want to see that cop come out of the car. So stop the nonsense.
Well, I really thank you for coming on the Miller Report. And I want to thank Sid Rosenberg for helping me get you coming on the Miller Report. Fabulous Sid, always gets the best guests and has been my mentor from the beginning.
He's a big-time guy.
He's the best.
He's a big-time guy.
He's a big-time guy. So I'm sorry that you left. And keep up the good fight. And,
thank you for having me. Anytime I come back, I love to talk, as you could see.
And I think you're gonna be missed.
Well, I won't be too far. I'm gonna have a podcast.
Right here at WABC.
It might be something like, I have something to say.
I'm loving that. Well, thank you again for coming on the Miller Report, and we're going to try and keep those cops happy and the city safe.
When you see a cop, just say hello to him.
I will. Thank you.
All right.